Yes, very good morning, guys. Wonderful. Chalo. So, friends, we were discussing the concept of supply, where we just started discussion about section 7(1)(a), but still lot more important points are there to discuss in that, which we'll spend some very good time today. Are we clear, everybody? Friends, speak out. 1 second. Yeah. So, tell me, guys, which country is the first country to introduce GST? France. Which year? Way back in the year 1954. India adopted when? 1st of July 2017. And we did not adopt France model, we copied Canada model. That is dual GST model. And in India, GST is a destination based consumption tax. So obviously some states have lost revenue because of GST. And in order to compensate that states, they introduced GST compensation cess. And that amount is being used to compensate the states who have lost money because of GST. Correct, friends? Sir? Good, fair enough. Then, tell me, guys, is GST compensation cess levied on alcohol, liquor? No? Tobacco products? Speak out. Yes, and we discussed that Article 366(12)(a) defines what is GST. GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both, except alcohol and liquor for human consumption. How many petrol products are kept outside GST? 5. What are those 5? Petroleum crude, high-speed diesel, motor spirit, natural gas, and aviation turbine fuel. These are the 5 products which are temporarily kept outside GST. Not permanently, but temporarily. Clear with that, everybody? Good, fair enough. Then, my dear friends, tell me, what is GSTN full form? Goods and Services Tax Network. It's an infrastructure, IT infrastructure which has been developed, which acts as a special purpose vehicle which is managing the entire show of gst.gov.in. Correct, friends? And the payment of tax, filing of return, application for appeals, registration, all the activity related to GST happen only on one common portal, that is www.gst.gov.in. In that common portal, all the activity related to GST happen there only. Clear with that, no? Everybody? Clear? Good. Then, my dear friends, tell me, what is the answer for 3 list? Union list, state list, concurrent list. Union list contains those matters which are controlled by central government. State list, state government. Concurrent list, both central and state government. Correct, my dear friends? Everybody clear with that concept? Good. Then, my dear friends, tell me, we discussed about what is supply. Very, very, very important concept. We discussed that under GST law, we don't use the word purchase and sale. The only word we use is supply. Correct, friends? And in supply, there are 2 types of supply: intrastate supply, intrastate supply. Intrastate supply, we charge CGST and SGST. Intrastate supply, we charge IGST. Correct, friends? And we discussed that even though GST promotes full free flow of credit, there is still some restriction manner in which credit is to be utilized. IGST credit first for IGST, then for CGST or SGST. Any order, any manner. CGST credit first for, then for IGST. SGST credit first for SGST, then for IGST. But we can't use CGST for SGST, SGST for CGST. And one more special point. IGST credit to be first fully utilized, then only please touch CGST, SGST. Clear with that, no? Simple line they told, CGST, SGST credit to be utilized only after IGST credit is fully exhausted. First completely use that credit, only then touch CGST, SGST credit. Friends, full clarity on these points? Everybody? Good, fair enough. Then we started the concept of supply, where we discussed that supply is defined by section 7. And 7 is divided into 7(1), 7(1)(a), 7(2), 7(3). And 7(1) is further divided into 7(1)(a), 7(1)(b), 7(1)(c). In that 7(1)(a) is over, 7(1)(b) is over. 7(1)(c) we have to talk. Correct, no? That's where we stopped, right? Come on, tell me, guys, what is 7(1)(a)? Supply includes all forms of supply of goods or services or both, such as rental, lease or disposal made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course or furtherance of business. Correct, friends? GST is a tax on supply of all goods or services or both. Correct? Supply of all goods, services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease or disposal made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course or furtherance of business. Clear, friends? Sir? Then, my dear friends, what is 7.1b? Import of services. Then import of services for a consideration, whether or not in the course of furtherance of business. Whether it is in the course of business or it is not in the course of business. Still, what will happen, my dear friends? Still, it is regarded as what? Supply. So that means GST will definitely apply. Friends, clear with that point, everybody? Good. We have got some interesting questions to discuss, but for that we require some more knowledge. We'll discuss that, then we'll start. Are we ready? Sir? Good. 7.1a is done. 7.1b is done. Now let's talk about 7.1c. What is 7.1c title, sir? Transactions regarded as supply even though there is no consideration. That means consideration is not there, but still it is regarded as supply. So generally money comes only, people think a lot to pay tax, and we're talking about special cases where consideration is not coming but still regarded as supply. Yeah. In this, my dear friends, we have got 4 interesting points. First one, permanent transfer or disposal, not capital asset, business asset. Permanent transfer or disposal of what asset, sir? On which ITC is claimed, not allowed. ITC is claimed. That means what? We have claimed some input tax credit, and after claiming credit, we are selling this as asset. Law is telling, boss, we gave you credit only and only because you will use the asset for business purpose. Now if you tell, I will dispose this asset, whatever credit you have taken, pay to the government. Simple answer. Let me give a small example. So imagine Shivateja purchased one new cell phone. It's an asset for me. Speak out. It's a business asset for me. On that whatever GST I paid, I claim input tax credit. No doubt. Now what has happened? One charitable trust people came to my office for some donation. I asked them, tell me how much money you want. They don't know, no sir, we don't take donations in cash. We'll take only in kind. I asked them, okay, tell me what should I give. They told, sir, your phone looks interesting. Please donate your phone. And I donated my phone. Example. Yeah? So I donated my phone. Tell me guys, is it supply? Is the donation of phone a supply? Answer is yes, no doubt, because that phone is a business asset which I have transferred, and that is that asset on which I have taken input tax credit. So if there is a permanent transfer or disposal of a business asset on which you have taken credit, then definitely it becomes a supply, even though there is no consideration. That's what we are trying to discuss, that consideration is not there but still it is a supply. Consideration is not there but still it is a supply. That's what we are trying to understand here. Friends, getting clarity? Speak out. Let me give one more small example. Listen. Sounds funny but still listen. So imagine Lalita Jewelers. Now wonderful. He has got one jewelry shop with him. In that shop he has got different varieties of necklace. And all that jewelry items what he has got, is it an asset for the business? Sir, stock in trade, it's a current asset. Sir, asset can be a current asset or it can be a fixed asset. Sir, fixed asset is also an asset. Current asset is also an asset. Stock in trade is clearly a current asset. So in the shop, he has got different varieties of jewelry items. Now one fine day, in the perfect morning time, he got ready and was about to go to office. And his wife told, my dear husband, should I also come with you to the office? Outside he told, okay, come, because no option. Correct, friends? So his wife has gone to the shop along with him, and he told his wife that I have a meeting inside. I will go finish up my meeting and come. Till that time, just to see the shop once. Okay? And this lady tried all different necklace. Full window shopping going on. And finally one necklace she was wearing, which was very beautiful. And by the time husband came outside, wife gave reaction, wow, so beautiful necklace, so lovely necklace it is. And what do you think husband will tell? No option, exactly. The only thing husband will tell is, okay my dear honey, if you like it, you take it. Correct, no? Any other option left? Will it tell over enough of seeing, put it there? No option only. Girlfriend only, no option. What if his wife will have option here? So he told, my dear wife, you take the necklace. Now I have one more question. She felt so happy, thank you, took the necklace and went. Do you think she will return the necklace again? Huh? Sir, any gift, any necklace once given will not come back. Permanent or not? Speak out. Next question. That necklace taken away by wife from the shop, is it supply? 100% answer is yes. Because it is a permanent transfer of a business asset on which input credit is claimed. Because on that necklace, the businessman has taken input tax credit. This question came in exam. Same concept, but instead of jewelry, they put AC. But they did not tell wife and all. AC dealer has taken ACs from his business place to his home permanently. From his business, he has taken 2 ACs to his home permanently. Is it supply? Speak out. Because there is an AC on which credit is taken. Because he's a businessman. Students became emotional and told, AC only, he's taking permanent temporarily. After summer is over, he'll bring it back. Why all that emotions? Sir, in exam, answer should not be based on feelings and emotions. It should be based on section and subsection and clause. Correct only you heard. Your feelings, emotions will not be of any use in exam. What is important is only section and clause. Wonderful. I hope you are clear. Yeah? Come on. What are we talking? 7.1c. Transactions regarded as supply. Even though there is, and let me tell you, this 7.1c talks about Schedule 1. 7.1c read with Schedule 1 of CGST Act deals with the transactions which are regarded as supply, even though there is no consideration. Consideration is not there, but still it is a supply. First one, permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which input tax credit is claimed. Second concept, very important, high possibility question will come. Supply between distinct or related person. In course or furtherance of business. Come on friends, what is the second point? Supply between distinct or related person in the course or furtherance of business. First let's understand who are those persons. Supply between what persons, sir? Distinct or related persons in the course of furtherance of business. First word, supply between distinct or related persons. First question, who are distinct persons? We discussed already. PAN is same, but GST number is different. They are regarded as distinct persons. And we discussed very clearly that under GST law, registration should be taken state-wise but not centralized. And in case of multiple place of business within the same state, separate registration is not mandatory, but it is purely optional. But different state, different registration is mandatory. Friends, correct? In the same lines, what they told very clearly is that distinct person is those cases where PAN is same but GST number is different. And one establishment is in one state, other establishment is in another state. They are treated as establishment of distinct persons. I repeat, one establishment is in one state, other establishment is in another state. They are treated as establishments of what? Distinct persons. But one more word is there. Supply between distinct or what, sir? What is related person? Sir, same PAN, different GST number, we discussed they are distinct persons. Now I am asking you who are related persons. Brother, sister, wow. Inga? Spouse, father, mother, brother-in-law, father-in-law. చెప్పండి మొత్తం ఫ్యామిలీ అంతా చెప్పండి. We are talking about what, sir? First one. Employer, employee. Employer, legally recognized partners. When I say legally recognized partners, don't think husband and wife. Legally recognized partners means partners in partnership firm. Clear, no? Next. An entity holding more than 26%. Sorry, holding more than 20%. Friends, clear, friends? Holding more than 20%. Then, next, 20 or 25? 1 second, let me confirm. Hold on. I remember as 25. Let me confirm. 1 second, guys. Holding greater or equal to 25%, my dear friends. An entity holding greater or equal to what percent, sir? 25%. 25%. Clear? Next. Officers or directors in one another's business. Come on, what is that line? Officers or directors in one another's business. That means I am director in your business, you are director in my business. So getting clarity, everybody? Sir, next point. One of them directly or indirectly, one of them directly or indirectly controls the other. So one person is able to control the other person. So speak out, sir. One of them what's directly indirectly controls the other. Next possibility. Both are controlled by third person. Next, both together control a third person. So last 3 points, I hope you got the difference. This point says A is controlling B or B is controlling A. I repeat, that point says A is controlling B or B is controlling A. This point says A and B together are controlled by C. A and B together are controlled by C. This one is A and B together controlling C. Difference, you got it, no? Sir, A is controlling B or B is controlling A. Next one, A and B are controlled by C. Last one, A and B together control C. Last one, crazy point. Members of same family. Now big question is, what is family? So these are all known as related persons. Come on, friends, what do you think is family? Yes, my dear friend, what is family? Any idea? Shivateja sister, family for Shivateja? Sister's husband? No. Her sister is her husband, no? Huh? Spouse of the relative. Wow. That answer is fantastic answer in income tax. Nonsense answer in GST. Some are telling, sir, both are different, sir. Yes, sir. Both you have to remember separately, sir. In family here, what they told is spouse and children. First. Yeah. Next. Parents, brothers, and sisters. Only if they are parents, brothers, sisters. Only if they are dependent. Wholly or mainly. Mainly means major. So clear, friends? So for example, sir, let me give us practical example for you. Let me ask you a question, think properly and tell the answer. Sir, Shivateja, I have got my own professional activity. And my father, he has got his own business. My father has got his own business. I have got my own activity. He is not dependent on me. I am not dependent on him financially. Personally dependent, that is a different story. But financially, he is not dependent on me. I am not dependent on him. Sir, now tell me. From Shivateja's point of view, is he my family member? As per GST? Speak out. No. For my father, am I relative? Sir, I repeat my question, sir. My father has got his own business. I have got my own profession. He is not dependent on me. I am not dependent on him. So dependent means financially dependent, not literally falling on the person. Financially, that's what I'm trying to say. Dependent means financially dependent, not personally and all. Correct. Both the husband and wife also can be financially dependent or independent. But law is telling for husband, wife is always relative. For wife, husband is always relative, irrespective of dependent or not. But parents, brothers, sisters are relative only if they are dependent. This is as per GST Act. That's what I'm telling. Practically don't, that's what I'm telling. Please don't bring feelings and emotions. Let's talk only sections and clauses. Wonderful. Is that clear with this point, everybody? Again, I'll ask my question. That our question is not over. Shivateja's father, Shivateja are not dependent on each other. Okay? For my father, am I a related person? For my father, am I a related person? Yes. For me, is my father a related person? For my father, yes, because spouse and children are always related person. Always related as per GST. As per GST. But parents, brothers, sisters are dependent, are related only if they are dependent, wholly or mainly dependent. So getting clarity, everybody? So speak out. Interesting question which came in exam. Now I'll ask. Listen carefully. Simple words I'll ask. So imagine my wife's birthday is there. One day before only she only told me, tomorrow is my birthday, don't forget, get me this gift. Any option? No option. Wonderful. So my wife told one day before, tomorrow is my birthday, get me this gift. And I brought one necklace. Example. And the necklace is worth 2 lakh rupees. That 2 lakh rupees necklace I gave as gift to my wife. On the occasion of madam's birthday, I gave 2 lakh rupees gift. Is it supply? Is it supply? Speak out. Question came in exam. And big people like you wrote the answer yes. But the answer is no. Because supply between distinct or related persons is covered only if it is in the course or furtherance of business. So in exam we should not have sugar, we should not have BP. Both we have to control properly. Like you only students got excited and wrote in exam, yes, supply. CMA Institute told, nonsense, no, come again. Sir, clear? Next question. This you will tell correctly. Now you will control and tell. Imagine my wife one day before came to me and asked, my birthday gift, don't forget. I told her, I'll give you some extraordinary birthday gift. She asked, what is it? I told, you come to my GST classes. Don't pay any fees, enjoy. And she came. Example. She will not come. Example. Now tell me, is it supply? Speak out. Pakka answer is yes. Because it is supply between related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Are we getting clarity? Speak out. Come, what is the first point? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. Second point. Supply between distinct or related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Are we clear? Take these 2 points. Yes, friends, have we done? So what is the first point? Permanent transfer or disposal of business assets on which ITC is claimed. Second, supply between distinct or related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Third point, very simple point. Supply of goods from principal to agent. Principal to what, sir? Agent. Sir, here's some interesting point to discuss. Listen carefully, sir. Sir, there is a principal, there is an agent. Principal will send goods to agent, and agent will supply to whom, sir? Customer on behalf of principal. Sir, I'll ask you one question. Will agent make profit or will agent make commission? What is the difference between profit and commission? Profit will come when you buy and sell. But when you act as an agent, where you are selling the goods on behalf of another person, what you get is commission. You don't make profit. Actually, principal is doing a stock transfer of goods to agent. I repeat, actually principal is doing a stock transfer of goods to agent. Even though it is like a stock transfer, still under GST law it is regarded as supply. I already told you, under GST law, supply word is wide enough to cover even the transactions of stock transfer. Correct, sir? Friends, speak out. Now an interesting case, listen carefully. So when agent is supplying to customer, there are two possibilities. Number one, Invoice is given in the name of agent. Other side, invoice is given in the name of, practically invoice is given in the name of agent only in general. In general, practically, my father also does the same agency business only of pharma medical distribution. We get the stock from the company and we supply to the customer, for which we get commission. And invoice is given on our name only. Just a bracket will write their name. But with our GST number only we give invoice. Getting clarity, sir? Now see, what they told in the law is, if invoice is given in the name of agent, then P2A is taxable. What is P2A? Principal to agent. That means what I am trying to say is, listen carefully, the transaction between principal to agent is taxable. I repeat, sir, the transaction between principal to agent is taxable if agent is supplying goods to the customer in agent's own name. In agent's, so if agent is supplying goods to customer in agent's own name, only then the transaction between principal to agent is taxable. But if agent is giving invoice to the customer in the name of principal, then P2A is not taxable. Logic only, no sir, because if you tax P2A and again when agent is giving invoice to customer, again you tell in the name of principal, principal is taxable, it becomes double tax, no then? So you apply common sense. When P is sending to A, P is paying tax. Now when A is given to customer in the name of principal, again if you tell P to pay tax, it becomes double tax then. Correct, friends? So when P is sending to A, when that transaction is taxable, again when A is given to customer in the invoice name, the name of agent only, then agent to customer is taxable. Principal to agent also taxable. And agent, whatever GST principal paid, he will take it as input tax credit. There is no monetary loss, but money is blocked. So when I am saying principal to agent is taxable, there is no monetary loss, because whatever GST is paid, agent will get credit, no sir. Friends, whatever GST is paid, credit will come, so there is no monetary loss, but there is a time loss, because credit is blocked. Till the time you use it, credit is lying in that credit ledger. Are we clear? Good. Come on friends, how many points done? Speak out. 3 points done. 4th point is a very crazy point. That also we'll talk in detail. Come on, what is the first point? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset. On which? Exactly. Second point? Supply between distinct or related persons in the course or furtherance of business. Third point? Supply of goods from principal to? Exactly. Are we clear, everybody? Sir? Finally, my last point. Import of services. What is it? Import of services by a person from a related person. Import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his establishment outside India. In the course or furtherance of business. Come on. Fourth point is a very fantastic point. Carefully listen, my dear friends. What is the fourth point? Import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. Let's discuss with one brilliant example. Yeah? Listen carefully, think properly, and then tell me the answer. Listen. Exam question, carefully listen. There is one person X. Sir, X is constructing an office in India. There is one person Y who is one top architect in Singapore, who is brother of X, not cousin brother, own brother only. Yeah, is real brother of Mr. X. Now, X contacted Y and asked him to give design for this construction. And Y has given one fantastic design to X, and such a brilliant design he has given because he's one top architect. And he asked Y, how much should I pay? Y told, Arey, what brother? You are my brother. How can I take money from you? And he told, free. No consideration. Is that clear? Speak out. Is this supply? Speak out. Sir. Yes? Or no? Or maybe? Friends, confidently give an answer here. Yes? Fantastic. This question came in exam. Answer is yes. Like that, students wrote in exam. CMA Institute told 0 marks. Answer is no. Because please understand, there is no consideration there. If there is no consideration, not a supply. You might tell, sir, fourth point it is covered. No, sir. Read the fourth point. Import of services by a person, by X, from a related person or from any establishment outside India in the course of furtherance of business. You will tell, sir, in the course of business only, no. Office only, no. Not house, no, sir. Business only, right. Then it is supply, no, sir. But my answer is, he is not related person. Because he is brother. Because he is a brother. When he is a brother, brother is a related person only and only if dependent, wholly or mainly. You might ask, sir, how do you know he is not dependent? One basic point you have to observe there, I only told he is one top architect. When he is one top architect, why will he dependent on X? When he is not dependent on X, he will not become related person. If he is not related person, fourth point will not apply. You are getting my point? This point came in exam. Now tell me, sir, what is your doubt? Very good question. Student is asking, sir, 71C will not apply, but 71B should apply. No, sir. 71B will apply when it is import of services for a consideration, whether or not in the course of furtherance of business. Here is consideration there. So 71B will not apply. 71C also will not apply because he is not a related person. So, Ardhamainda, sir? Twist. Exam question. 2 marks. And we'll write yes in the exam and come out so confidently. Perfect, I wrote. I hope we got depth in the concept. Speak out. Now I'll prepare one small table so that you get a full clarity on this concept. Okay, now? Ready? Listen. Sir, my dear friend. 71B friend. Summary I'll prepare. Listen. Import of services. For consideration, without consideration. In CRF for business, what is C by F? Not in course or furtherance of business. Without consideration, in course or furtherance of business, not in course or furtherance of business. In course or furtherance of business, from RP, not from RP. Who is RP? Related? Now see, hold on, I'll give time to write 2 minutes. Listen first, listen. Sir, listen. These two transactions is straight away supply because of 7(1)(b). Clear? Not in the course of business, then it is not a supply. In the course of business, but not from related party, it is not a supply. In the course of business, from related party, it is a supply. And this is because of 7(1)(c). It is our concept. That is how you have to learn. Now can I ask one question? Speak out. Think properly and tell me. Shivateja's wife, okay? Shivateja's wife is in US. She is one top architect in US. Shivateja is constructing one house in India. House in India for personal purposes. I contacted her telling give one design. She gave a fantastic design. I asked her how much you want. She told 10 lakhs. I told her wife, husband. She told that is different, this is different. Pay 10 lakhs first. Business different, personal different. And I paid 10 lakhs. I paid. Is it supply? Sir, నాకు story lodu sir. Only one word you tell. Is it supply or not? Speak out. 100% answer is yes. Because of 7(1)(b). 7(1)(b). Sir, your brain should tell. Consideration is there. 7(1)(b). Not there. 7(1)(c). Your brain should accept. Cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla. Somewhere you should fix that point. Okay, now? Next question. Shivateja's wife giving one design for my personal house. I asked her how much you want. She told nothing, my dear husband. It's okay. Is it supply? Is it supply? No, because it is not in the course of furtherance of business. Next question. Shivateja's wife, one top architect in Singapore. I am constructing an office in India. For that office, she gave a design. And she is one top architect in Singapore. I asked her how much should I pay. She told nothing. I told fantastic. Is this transaction a supply? Speak out. She is a top architect. Still it is a supply. Because even though she is top, still she is my wife, related person. Because related person specifically covers members of the same family. And family covers spouse and children. Always. Parents, brothers, sisters only if they are dependent. Wholly or mainly. Sir, clear with this? One last question. Shivateja in India. I've got one best friend of mine in Singapore. This time example change. One of my best friend is in US. He is one top architect. In where? US. I called him and asked for some design for my office which I am constructing in India. I asked him how much you want. He gave a brilliant design. He told transfer 20 lakhs. I told okay, transferring. And I transferred 20 lakhs. Is it supply? Speak out. Yes? Answer is no. It is in the course of business, but the person who gave me is not a related person for me. He is a friend. Oh, I told we paid 20 lakhs? Okay, we paid 20 lakhs? Yes, sorry, my bad. So did we pay 20 lakhs? Yes, consideration is paid. Is it supply? Yes. Because of what? 7-1B. Very good, very good. I'm sorry. So next, same case, my friend, I asked him how much you want. He told, "Arey, friendship, yaar, nothing." Is it supply? No. 7-1C also will not come because he is not a related person. Very good. So once consideration is there, pakka it is supply. Not there, it is a supply only if conditions are satisfied. I hope we got clarity on this. And I hope that summary also is clear for us. You will write the point first or summary first? Straight summary only you want? Ah, brilliant people you are. Take this summary. With 7-1C read with schedule 1. Transactions regarded as supply. Even though there is, how many points are there? 4. What is first one? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. Second, in the course of furtherance of business. Third, supply of goods from principal to agent. Last one, import of services by a person from a related person or from any of his establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. And I'm sure we are clear with this principal to agent concept also. If invoice is given by agent to the customer in the name of principal, then P2A is not taxable. If invoice is given by agent to the customer in the name of agent, then P2A is taxable. Clear, no? Got the logic also right? Speak out, friends. That's it. With this discussion, we are done with section 7.1. In that we learned 7.1a, 7.1b, 7.1c. Full clarity? One question will come on what we learned so far. Let us start. 7.2, no? Let's start what? 7.1a. 7.1a talks about, simple summary I'll write here. Listen. What is covered in goods What is covered in service? First basic fundamental point to call it as goods. Transfer of right along with title, not possession, title. Service means transfer of right without transfer of title. If we take a car on rent, after we use it, we have to return it. No, sir. Is the title transferred to us? No. So what they are giving is what? Service. But one important point I will tell here. Transfer of right along with the title immediately or at future date. Practical example for future date is hire purchase. Here is what hire purchase system. Hire purchase, we first pay down payment, then we keep on paying installment. Ownership will pass only on payment of. Very good. Installment system is different. Hire purchase system is different. Installment system ownership will pass on first installment. Hire purchase ownership will pass on last installment. Whatever it is, still it is regarded as goods because title is passed. If title is passed, it becomes a goods. If not, it becomes a service. Then next, in service we have got so many more things. Software development, that is also service. Sir, next, not to do something, that is also service. So getting clarity. Practical example for not to do something, something called non-compete fees. For example, there are two restaurants side by side, beautifully performing. One restaurant fellow called other fellow telling, you stop your business, I'll give you 10 lakhs. Correct, no? So that's very common, sir, non-compete fees. For example, sir, in your language only I'll tell, which you'll understand easily. Sometimes when some big hero movies are coming, they'll tell other hero films, they'll tell you wait, release later. If you want, take this 50 lakhs, take this 1 crore, but stop your release. Release after 1 month. Correct, no? Because when big movie comes, they don't want any other movie in the theater. Because gone are the days where 100 days, 50 days movies will work. It's only Saturday, Sunday, weekend. That's it. After 2 weeks, it becomes old. Third week, OTT. What, sir? దేంట్లో థియేటర్లోనా ఓటీటీలోనా? దట్ ఈస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. నో, నాట్ ఇన్ థియేటర్. నో సార్. సార్ earlier there were days where picture used to run for 100 days, 200 days. There are some movies where they have done 175 days function also. Now which movie will work for so many days? Next, clear with this point? Sir, next, not to do something. Then what else will be service? Very, very important point. Job work. Friends, what is job work? Don't tell me horrible answer. Doing some work as a job. Doing some job as work. Do. Construction is job work. No, that is works contract. Doing work on other person's goods. Very good, correct answer. So there is a small difference between job work and the word subcontract. Subcontract is something like a part of the contract is outsourced. But job work is a case where we give the materials and get the work done. In simple language of yours, we go to a tailor, we give a dress material or some shirt cloth piece. Ask the tailor to stitch the shirt. What the tailor is doing is job work. He is working on some other person's goods. That is very clearly a service. Next, works contract. Friends, any idea what is works contract? Works contract is a contract where there is element of goods as well as service. And as per GST law, works contract concept is only in case of immovable property. For example, I take construction contract from you. I only bring materials, I only do the work. That is called works contract. Let me give a small example, sir. Imagine I want to paint this entire room. I called one painter and told him, boss, take these paint boxes, do the painting. What he is doing is very clearly a service. Service. If I go to a paint shop, purchase one paint box, that is a goods. But I call one painter and tell him, you only get the material, and you should do service also. It is a material plus labor contract combined. Then it becomes a works contract. Prior to GST, the problem with these contracts were VAT told VAT will apply because there is sale of goods. Service tax told service tax will apply because service is also there. Then we used to segregate works contract, this much goods, this much service, this much goods, this much service. New contract different, old contract different. So much headache was there. But under GST law, they clarified that works contract is deemed to be a service. Works contract is deemed to be a, finally last one, restaurant and catering. That is also deemed to be service. So let me tell you honestly, before GST, when we used to go to restaurants, they collected service tax also, VAT also. Both they charged. Service tax they collected telling service is involved. VAT they collected telling goods are being transferred. So both service tax and VAT, both were collected prior to GST. But under GST law, they clarified that it is deemed to be a service. Clear? Friends, speak out. This is a story of section 7. 1. Don't give that much break between 1 and A. It is section 7, 1A. 7, 1A is different. 7, 1A is different. Sir, what is this 7? 7? 7? 1A. Don't give that pause between 1 and A. It is 1A. A? 7? Wonderful. This is dealt by schedule 2, which talks about what is goods, what is service. Clear? Here one more point what I'll add is transfer of business as a going concern. Entire business is transferred along with all the stock. Clear, friends? Come on, take this summary. Sir, done? Which section all this? Section 7? 1A. Very good. No break. Yeah. So what is section 7? 1A. Supply includes all forms of supply of goods or services or both, such as sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease or disposal, made or agreed to be made for a consideration by a person in the course or furtherance of business. What is 7.1b? Import of services for a consideration whether or not in the course or furtherance of business. What is 7.1c? Transaction regarded as supply even though there is no consideration. How many points are there? 4. Come on, what is the first one? Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset on which ITC is claimed. Second, supply between distinct or related persons in the course of furtherance of business. Third one, principal to agent. Last one, import of services by a person from related person or from any establishment outside India in the course or furtherance of business. That's it. Are we clear? Everyone? Good. Next. I will ask one question. Think properly until. Yeah? That is Karachi Bakery. Branch 2. There are some biscuits which are transferred in a lorry or a vehicle owned by Hyderabad branch. When I say owned by Hyderabad branch, that means it is taken on Hyderabad GST number, Telangana GST number. Getting my point? Now I have a straight question. When biscuits are transferred from Telangana to AP, is it supply? Speak out. Under which point it is covered? Which point? Which section? 7.1c, which point? Simple, it is covered in 7.1c. Second point, supply between distinct persons in the course of furtherance of business. They are distinct persons. So definitely on these biscuits, GST will apply. No doubt about it. Now my question to you. On this lorry or vehicle, will GST apply? Sir, you got my question? Sir, one question was, the biscuits are being transferred in a vehicle and that vehicle is going from Telangana to AP. On the biscuits, we have to pay GST. We just discussed that. On the biscuits, we have to pay GST. Will GST come apply on lorry or vehicle also? Speak out. They clarified that answer is no. Interstate movement of various modes of conveyance which are carrying goods or passenger, on that conveyance value GST will not apply. Because you have to logically observe that what is being sent from Telangana to AP is biscuits, but not the lorry. Lorry will definitely come back. It's only a mode of transport. It's a mode of conveyance. Correct, no friends? So they clarified very clearly that don't pay tax on vehicle cost. Pay tax only on goods which are there in that vehicle. Clear, friends? But one small point. Imagine this lorry or vehicle went to AP. In AP, some technical problem has come for that vehicle, for which repair was carried out by AP branch. Actually, vehicle is owned by whom? Hyderabad. Repair is done by whom? That means indirectly they gave service to AP, service to Telangana branch. Speak out. On that value of repairs, GST will apply. because it is in the course of furtherance of business. But on the vehicle value, we will not charge GST because it's only a mode of transport or conveyance. So, getting clarity? Write one note. If it is other private transport vehicle, we are not owner of that vehicle, no. Why will tax come on that vehicle? That's what I'm saying. That service GST is different. We are talking about the vehicle cost. On the vehicle cost, GST will not apply. Correct? No, see, for example, sir, I'm giving you service. I'm sitting in Hyderabad, you are in AP. I'm sending books from Telangana to AP through some private transporter. In his vehicle, goods are coming to you. In our transaction, GST will come on what? Books. But will GST apply on the vehicle cost also? That's what we are trying to say. Got it? Sure, what did I say? Note, write down. In case of interstate movement, in case of interstate movement of various, in case of interstate movement of various modes of conveyance, in case of interstate movement of various modes of conveyance or vehicles carrying goods or passengers or both. Then such vehicle movement is neither regarded as supply of goods supply of goods neither regarded as supply of goods nor supply of service. Neither regarded as supply of goods nor supply of service, and therefore no GST shall apply. Full stop. However, comma, if any repairs or maintenance is done then GST will apply. Are we clear with this? Friends, please speak out. I hope we got clarity on this concept. Pakka? Can we proceed further? So what have we done so far? Section 7.1 is over. Section 7.1a is over. Now let's talk about Section 7.2. And let me tell you, in this 7.2, we have got 7.2a, 7.2b. First, let's talk about 7.2 A. Ready? Friends, come on, speak out. This 7 to A is to be read with schedule 3. What is schedule 1? Transactions regarded as supply even though there is no consideration. What is schedule 2? Bifurcation between goods and services. Now what is this schedule? 3. Transactions which are neither supply of goods nor supply of. So it is not a supply of goods, it is not a supply of service. Such a brilliant language, my dear friends. What is this language? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. So if it is not a supply of goods and not a supply of service, GST will not apply. In this we have got close to 9 points are there in this. Very, very important. First foremost important point. Service by employee to in course of employment. That is the primary reason why practically no salaried employee pays GST. Even though salary is in crores also, they don't pay GST. Because service by employee to employer in the course of employment is outside the scope of goods and service. Come on, what is the first point? Service by employee to employer in the course of employment. Clear? Sir, how do you know? Okay, Shiva Teja is there. Shiva Teja is taking classes for you. Is Shiva Teja an employee of this institute? No? How do you know that? How do you find out a person is employee or not? Wonderful. In order to find out employee or not, we look at 3 parameters: direction, supervision, control. Correct? No? If I want to take holiday, or if I want to change the timings, I will take decision. I will only inform them, but I will not take their permission. Difference is there, right? If I am employee, first shivering will start to ask, because control is there, supervision is there. Come on, what first one? Service by employee to employer. Next. Services by court or tribunal. Third one, which you all know. MP, MLA, or any public servant for that matter. President, Prime Minister. Sir, I hope you know that for MLAs, MPs, they pay salary also. 2 lakhs per month, 3 lakh per month. And on that salary, GST will not apply. Because GST law believes that they are doing great service to the public. So what first one? Employee to employer in the course of employment. Second, court or tribunal. Third, MPs, MLAs or any public servant. Fourth one, sale of land or building. Except construction service. If I sell land or if I sell building, GST will not apply. But for construction service, GST will apply. In this context, I'll teach an important point. Listen very clearly, carefully concentrate, something important. So a lot of times, when we see some apartment, residential complex only, sir. Sometimes when they want to start construction of apartment, okay, it will take 2 years to complete. But now only they'll put a board, flats for sale. Correct or not? And by the time apartment is complete, by that time almost all the flats would have been sold. Why do they do that? First only, why will they sell? Even without apartment is ready. If you go and ask where is the apartment, they will tell come inside, we will show you to the design. We will show you 3D pictures. Amaravati 3D will show. Tell me, sir. Why do they do that? Because starting only they want the more money so that they can use it for this project and complete construction at the earliest. Now what law told is that construction service GST will apply if at least 1 rupee of consideration is received prior to occupancy certificate. In case of building, apartments and all, there is something called occupancy certificate or completion certificate. And they told even if 1 rupee also is received prior to occupancy certificate, GST will apply on entire value. But if entire money, one more time, if entire money is received after OC, then GST will not apply. That is a practically a lot of times when you see some apartments, they'll put a board, flats for sale, no GST. It's not offer. They are telling no GST because they already got OC. And second hand flat, there is no question of GST only. Because second hand flat, it is not a construction service. The story of OC and all will come only in case of new flats. So getting clarity? Friends, speak out. Sir, important concepts. Come on, what the first one? Service by employee to employee in the course of employment. Second, service by court or tribunal. Third one, MPs, MLAs, public servants. Fourth, sale of land and building except construction. So on construction service, GST will apply. Fifth point. Funeral, burial, crematorium, mortuary, come on friends, what is covered there? Funeral, burial, mortuary, died, crematorium, they'll put in the box, including transportation of deceased. One vehicle will be their last journey vehicle. They'll put one music also and take. Music means not song, dance and all. Bhagavad Gita music and all. So last journey vehicle will come, no? Now I'll ask you one question. Is ambulance covered here? Sir, here the word is not DISCA-SCD. It is DCA-SCD. DCA means already gone. DISCA may go, may not go. Sir, logically no, sir. Every ambulance service is not covered here. But we don't pay GST on ambulance service because it is covered in exemption list. Healthcare service, ambulance service is covered in exemption list. Clear? Good. 5 points done. What is the fifth point? Services of what? Funeral, burial, crematorium, mortuary, including transportation of what? Deceased. DCA-SCD. Next point number 6. Actionable claims. Remember this one? Actionable claims was covered in definition of goods. Every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but includes actionable claims. Remember that? Actionable claims other than BGL. That means on BGL tax will apply. What is BGL? Betting, gambling, lottery. On betting, gambling, lottery, GST will apply. Friends, are we clear with this point? Actionable claims other than betting, gambling, lottery. Next one. This is interesting, sir. Listen to this word, no? Out and out supplies. Out and out supplies means Shivateja in India purchase goods from Australia and sending that goods to Singapore without touching India. So from where did I buy? Australia. And I'm sending where? Singapore. Did the goods come to India? That's called out and out supplies. From non-taxable territory to another place in non-taxable territory. GST will not apply. Clear, friends? So generally whenever we import goods, the importer will file one document known as bill of entry. Bill of, and there are two types of bill of entry. Number one, bill of entry for home consumption. Home consumption is something like pay the duty, take the goods. Other one, bill of entry for warehousing. where we file application telling that, sir, I will come later and take the goods, sir, please put the goods in warehouse, I will come back later and take. For that we need to execute one bond equal to 3 times the amount of duty. We'll talk in detail when I go to customs. We'll talk. Come on, what is this word? Out and out supplies means what? From non-taxable territory to another place in non-taxable territory without touching India. Next, supply of warehoused goods. Supply of what goods, sir? Before clearance for home consumption. So we did not collect the goods. That goods which are there in warehouse, that only we sold. Clear, sir? Next, last point, crazy point, easy point, but high C sales. Friends, high C sales means, so listen carefully. Shiva Teja is in India. I am importing goods from US. Goods are in transit. They did not come to India so far. When they are in transit only, I sold it to Ravi Teja. You might ask, how did you sell then? By way of transfer of document. By way of transfer of document of title. Getting clarity? So this high C sales is not a supply of goods, not a supply of service. So GST will not. You got to frame it in last 3 points, no? In last 3 points, first point is from foreign to other foreign. Second point is goods came to India, but they are in warehouse, and that warehouse goods we sold. Third point is goods did not come to India. In transit only we sold. You got the difference? So these are the 9 points. 9 points came, no? 4 here, 5 here. So these 9 points are neither regarded as supply of goods nor regarded as supply of service, dealt by section 7(2)(a), read with schedule 3. Transactions which are neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Very, very important. So are we done? We are coming to the end of section 7. Yeah. No, we are talking about the transaction of supply. So that goods which we purchase from foreign, sending it to other foreign. On that we will not pay GST. But we make some commission and all, that we will pay GST. So Indian money is going out, but when I sell to foreign, again foreign money is coming in, no? So I purchase from Australia, so I have to pay to Australia fellow, and I am selling it to Singapore. Singapore fellow will pay me, no? So where is loss to government? Government is happy. Government is selling you are top. Foreign lo koni foreign పంపించేస్తున్నాను top, sir. Buying from foreign, selling it to foreign, and without touching India also. Sir, clear? Chalo done. Last 2 points. 7(2)(b) says notified statutory activities. Notified what, sir? Undertaken by government. are notified statutory activities undertaken by government are neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Practically who are notified here so far is municipality. So municipality like GHMC and all. Panchayat, we'll have panchayat, no? Gram panchayat. So their activities are neither supply of goods nor supply of service. So are we done? Chalo, finally. Last point, guys. Section 7.3. Nothing is there in this. The reason I'll tell you why. 7.3 only says central government on recommendations of GST Council, they have power to tell a transaction as supply of goods but not supply of service. Or they might tell this transaction is supply of service and not supply of goods. Why they kept this point is only reason is tomorrow some transaction might be there where we are unable to decide whether it is goods or it is service. Some fight is going on. Central government told, don't worry, we kept power with us. If you are fighting, we will only tell that it is goods, it is not service. Or it is service but not goods. Clear, friends? Take that last point. So done? Everyone? That's it. That is the story of this beautiful section called Section 7, which deals with the concept of supply. Are we clear, everybody? Okay, that's all. That's it for today. Thank you.